Over the next 2 days, we are doing a Scotch tasting tour,
Amazing tour.
meandering the Royal Mile,
It's amazingly wonderful.
and
As you can see, we are inside the Edinburgh Castle today. Let's go.
we are currently staying at the amazingly classy Kimpton Charlotte Square Hotel in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yeah. Does it feel like we're in another country? Look at this bed. We got a king bed again. And she said she didn't know about the queen, but that's cute.
We booked this elegant room using our Platinum American Express card, which has a ton of perks.
Okay, so besides our room being super cute, we got a whole bunch of little snacks. We got chips, caramel wafer biscuits, and then some really nice looking teas. A whole bunch of different kinds. You know how they feel about tea. So they have English breakfast, whoa, I'm throwing tea, organic peppermint, coffees, creamers, we've got it all.
That was a wine and olive delivery, as if we didn't have enough snacks already.
An old wardrobe, so cute. Ooh, babe. How to make the perfect cup of tea. Oh. Is it coffee? It's coffee. Look at this coffee. And then you make it in this filter. This is gonna be cool. All right. What a fun experience. Robes and slippers. Oh. Look at this. Is this a yoga mat? That's kind of crazy. I'm shiny. Everything in here is super shiny. Rainbow bar.
That is the happy dance.
Spa ready.
The beautiful bathroom, robes, and slippers enticed us to head down to the spa for a nice sweat in the sauna, followed by a cool dip in the pool before heading out on the town.
Super out of breath. Just climbed up a beautiful hill. Lovely views, but we are here to try Scottish whiskey. We're a little bit late, so we gotta go check it out now. You guys, amazing tour.
So with that, I'll let you guys walk around and have a bit of a look. The oldest bottles in the collection are just on that wall to the right there.
It goes all the way to the ceiling. Awesome tour.
We called it the Willy Wonka of whiskey.
Yeah, it was like the Lindt factory in Switzerland, except for Scotch in Scotland. Amazing. Super 3D, like these balls came out of the ceiling. There were lights. It was totally interactive. Or not interactive, I guess, but it was like...
They used the technology. The great thing about it is they came into 2024 and they used not only the screens, but they also use things around the screens to make it more exciting.
And at one point, like the bottles in front of us, they were lighting and swirling with, I don't even know how they did it. It was like magic. Maybe this is why people like Harry Potter movies, but it was so cool. It was mesmerizing. And then we did the gold tour. So wait, the silver tour includes one whiskey. You have to pick between two different ones, which we did. And then we went to the gold tour, and the gold tour had 4 more whiskeys. So we had 5 whiskeys. But then, next to us, 2 people were missing. They didn't show up. So Steven and I got to share that flight. I had 1, so.
Hey, listen, we got to share that flight. That's all that matters. They explained about the whiskey. If you're a whiskey drinker or a Scotch drinker.
Scotch, yeah.
If you're a Scotch drinker and you're not sure which kind of Scotch you like and you're in Edinburgh, I suggest you come here to the Royal Mile and have one of these tasting tours.
And it's, oh sorry.
Go ahead.
It's wonderful because before you commit to a 70 sterling bottle of liquor, you can try it and see if it's, because I don't think I got the one that I thought I would have liked. I thought I would have liked the fruity citrusy one, and in reality I actually liked whatever number 2 was.
The
So.
single malt. Elaine is a single malt Scotch drinker, which is awesome.
Our tour people were amazing, super
Very
funny.
nice, yes.
There were
Great
some
time.
great jokes in there, so
Great time.
we don't want to ruin it for you because you got to experience it yourself, but it was awesome.
We absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
We would
Highly
recommend it
recommend.
to anyone.
We're gonna go back to our hotel. We have some experience money to spend and free drinks at the bar, so we're gonna go enjoy all of that. Now we know which scotch to order with our free drink coupons, and then we're gonna grab dinner.
Oh yeah, we should get the menu. It's the cauliflower. It's all dressed up.
I like that. Get a nice picture of your dress. That's a prosecco, of course.
We did a little happy birthday shot.
And we're gonna relax and crash for the night, and we'll check back with you tomorrow.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, Scotland.
As you can see, we are inside the Edinburgh Castle today, and we're going to show you all the amazing things that it has and try to explain some of the 3,000 years of history contained in it.
It's going to be a blast. But we really should start at the beginning.
So this morning at our hotel, we had a complimentary breakfast. Delicious. We had lots of lox.
She loves the salmon, the Scottish salmon. I found out that I am a haggis lover.
Not a black sausage fan, but just a haggis fan.
I love the haggis. It's just the word haggis makes it seem not appetizing. Don't knock it till you try it, people. But it's delicious.
But the whole breakfast was really great. So now we're headed up to check out Edinburgh Castle.
Let's go.
Edinburgh Castle is the largest castle in Scotland. Once we arrived, we found out we had booked our tickets for the wrong day. We were crushed as we leave tomorrow. But the amazing customer service folks were super nice and sorted it all out for us. They even ensured we made the guided tour, even though it was booked for today.
She wasn't canonized or made a saint until over 150.
So Edinburgh Castle is in the heart of an inert volcano, and they just built a castle on top of it. But it originally started as a military barracks way back in like 1200s. Since then, it's been fortified. It has 7 gates.
It's one of 7 gates or walls that you have to go through to get to the inner castle.
This place is absolutely beautiful. It feels like we just stepped into Game of Thrones. Everything is stone, the halls are huge. It just looks like power.
This is the Great Hall, built for King James IV in 1503 for ceremonies. Then in 1650 turned into barracks for soldiers, and eventually in 1887 restored, and still used today for state and royal functions.
This hall is huge and it's amazing. So this is the key to the castle. Every time a monarch comes here, they're presented with the key and they get a little tag with their name put on it. You see here a few Queen Elizabeths.
The second.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth
She
II.
got it multiple times. 82 or every 10 years.
You also see King George VI,
Look at this
Queen Victoria,
one. George V.
yeah, King Edward, King George V.
They said Queen Victoria thought it wasn't medieval enough, so she had it redecorated. So it's not actually decorated medieval, it's decorated Victorian.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go in here and see the Scottish crown jewels.
The guided tour was so cool, and we got special access to the Great Hall. After it was finished, we took some time to explore more of the castle on our own. There was so much to see. We barely scratched the surface.
So one thing we learned during our tour was that the boats out at sea couldn't see often because of all the fog, and they didn't know what time it was. They had a hard time keeping their clocks on time. So there's a cannon let off every day at 1 p.m. Why 1 and not noon? We don't know, maybe you can tell us. But it was set off at the same time every day so that the ships knew what time it was and could keep their watches and their clocks in sync. Pretty cool. It definitely has a big military influence. So we just went through, there was no filming allowed, no pictures, in the war memorial for respect. But it was one of the prettiest war memorials I've ever seen. It was the most ornate and the most artistic. Very well done, very beautiful. Great tribute to all the folks over the last 1,000 years. It really encaptured a lot.
Another thing about this castle is it has 2 prisons. Do what they say here in Scotland, or you get thrown in one of these prisons in this inert volcano. So behind me here is St. Margaret's Chapel. It's the oldest building in this castle grounds. Apparently, when someone came to destroy the castle, they ordered the chapel not to be destroyed because they were religious. And so here it still stands as the oldest building.
It's like the 1100s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it was beginning to get dark, so we stopped into the gift shop quickly to admire the souvenirs.
And Elaine wished for snow, and it is snowing.
Edinburgh Castle. Best birthday present ever.
The Edinburgh Castle is stunning. It's what you think it's going to be. It is a sturdy, strong, fortified building. You can see it from almost anywhere in the city. It's just beautiful.
It has that aura of a castle that you think of.
So that is it from us here at the Edinburgh Castle. Now, on to the Royal Mile. All right, so this is the exit. And now we're leaving. So another thing about Edinburgh Castle is the start of the Royal Mile. And we saw yesterday when we got off the plane, one of the tags said, the Royal Mile is actually 1 mile, 507 yards.
It's a little bit longer than a mile.
Kilts and everything.
Seen here a Scottishman in the wild with his kilt on. The Royal Mile at night. This'll do nicely. Get it? Get it?
Welcome to Scotland. That was a crappy accent. So we're here walking on the Royal Mile. I'm gonna tell you, this place looks like a Disney movie, like the dark and stormy nights on Disney movies. It looks just like that. Like the sky is all blue and gray, and then the clock tower has an orange eye on it. It's amazingly wonderful.
Looks like 10 p.m.
Yeah, but it's only 5 p.m. So we're gonna have a nice little dinner and then go to the World's End.
We should probably tell you about haggis.
Oh yeah.
We found out what that is.
Haggis is what do you say? Contraband in the United States.
Yeah, it's lungs, heart, and liver. But it opens at 5.
Yeah.
Oh, it says today's rain, tomorrow's whiskey.
For our last meal, we chose a local Scottish pub. With such traditional foods, there was a glossary for tourists like us to understand the menu. We chose the sampler so we could taste a little bit of everything.
Scotopus.
We walked from Edinburgh Castle down the Royal Mile to the World's End.
This is the end of the Royal Mile.
The most famous pub in all of Edinburgh, as it once marked the edge of the city and the world as they knew it. The perfect ending for a perfect last night in Scotland.